it finishes as a goalless draw. Frank Leboeuf and Craig Burley with us to reflect on what happened in North London. Craig, fair?
Yeah, I mean, I suppose you might say as the second half wore on, United had the better chances in the game. Certainly Edison Cavani with a couple of very good chances. But it was sort of sporadic attacks, wasn't it? And I thought United actually had better control of the first half. But the quality was pretty poor. I mean, I honestly thought the highlight of the first half was a brilliant piece of defending from Martinelli when Pogba clipped that ball to Rashford. And the way he got himself back in there was fantastic. But, you know, it was a competition, Dan, at certain times in this game. And I don't know what Frank thinks, but it was a competition to see who could give the ball away the most. I thought Luke Shaw was the best outlet for United in the second half. But, you know, Arsenal come out and penned them back after half-time and just never really looked like scoring. Lacazette off the bar with a free kick. But when you think about what happened at the Etihad earlier in the day with the narrow win from Man City, that United knew the situation. They also knew that Arsenal without Tierney, Saka and Aubameyang, now two of those younger players have been the best players this season. And so there was an opportunity here for United to go and really get a stranglehold on Arsenal. And they allowed themselves to be penned back again. And I know United have been a big topic of discussion for us this week on the show, but I'm just once again flabbergasted by this tactic. Now, I know it's brought them a record amount of results on the road, but they're chasing Man City at the top now, and you've really got to stamp your authority on a side that were missing some key players. And once again, I think United failed to do that.
Craig used the word quality there, and I think it's a fair summation that it really was lacking in this tie, Frank.
Yeah, you're right, guys. That was really one word you can resume the game about. It's clumsiness. And Cavani in the second half was the perfect person to name about that, where he missed two big chances, especially the first one from a cross from the left side, where he was like 3 yards away from the net and put it just outside. And his volley, the second shot that he had, you know, was mostly a bad. Let's say he was unlucky at that time, but he should have done better. And Craig was right, you know, how many balls were given to the opponents, how many times easy passes were missed. A lack of quality overall. It was a big game in the 90s. It's definitely not in 2021. And the thing is, I think the boss club could be happy at the end of the game. Arsenal is happy to draw against the second of the league, just for confidence sake. And Manchester United is beating a record, you know, even beating Sir Alex Ferguson about not losing away from home for, I think, 18 months or something like that. So, no, it must be happy, some satisfaction at least from both clubs. Even if we are not, you know, seeing a game, we should be in a better quality.
I think it's 18 games, Frank, or something like that. But which is not. It's not to be. You know, it's not. You don't turn your nose up at that kind of form, but I just think it's not convincing from United. I'm certainly, and I've been crystal clear on this. I'm not convinced by the direction the team is going in, or in fact the stewardship it is getting, because it's fits and starts, and particularly when there's opportunities out there. I mean, you look at Thomas Partey. Thomas Partey and Granit Xhaka actually did a very good job of negating Bruno Fernandes. Now, once again, he was, for the most part, pretty poor. But you didn't even have to pressure Thomas Partey today for him to give the ball away. He gave the ball away so many times. Now, that's telling me, as a coach on the sidelines, let's go and press this team, because they are going to try and play out from the back, Arsenal. They're going to try and get it into Xhaka and Partey. And Partey was having a terrible game with the ball. But they allowed, at times, easy possession. And I just think at the end of the season, that's what they're going to look back on and say, well, at times we were a little bit too soft in teams. And you know, Man City now have, a 3-point advantage. And there's a long way to go, I understand that. But they have a game in hand. So on the run they're on at the moment, we surmise that they win that. That's 6 points plus a plus 14, Dan, goal difference. So it's effectively 7 points. It's at this time in the season when you really got to go and put a marker down. particularly when you've lost at home just a few days earlier to the team at the bottom of the league.
Meanwhile, what's changed at Arsenal, Craig? How's he managed to get this run going? Because like back in the day, obviously, at the turn of the year, we were talking about the possibility of Arteta getting sacked. But he's put together this good run, and a 0-0 draw against Manchester United is a point they would take.
Yeah, and they're keeping clean sheets. I mean, Holding's been a big bonus for them because he's not a Frank Leboeuf-esque centre-half that will come out and play a long ball over the top. But he's a decent defender, and he's getting better, and he's getting game time. The fullbacks have improved, and Cedric's come in and done a good job. But we know Tierney has been excellent. We know Saka's been excellent. Those players were missing today, but they've been part of the resurgence, as has Smith Rowe. And there's just been more energy and more organisation about Arsenal. They've had a bit of stomach about them. They've been a lot harder to beat and to play against, because there was a period where they were actually quite easy to play against. So things are turning slightly for them. There's a heck of a long way to go before they're even in the mix with all the big boys. But at least he staved off the pressure short term. And when these guys came back into the team, and his goalkeeper's playing well as well, who had to make a couple of very good saves. So things are looking better for Arsenal, but you have to look at it from the Man United perspective. They're the side that are in the title race at the moment. Yeah. They were the side that had to make a statement after the loss, and they were also playing against a weakened Arsenal team. And I think there'll be a lot of United fans quite disappointed looking at their approach to this game.
Well, thank you very much for watching ESPN on YouTube. For more sports highlights and analysis, be sure to download the ESPN app. And for live streaming, premium content, and let's not forget as well, ESPN FC 7 days a week. Subscribe to ESPN+.